Trey Last is already in the casino. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. As I posted in the title of this stream and in the notification email that went out, and just now on Twitter, we're going to give an Echo Dot away today. I think that'll be kind of fun. So I have some questions for y'alls, and I thought, what better way to get some feedback from you than to give an Echo Dot away? So, in fact, let's pick one out here. I've got so many. Oh, I was going to set up those cameras. Man, I got so much going on here. I'll let the user pick. I guess the winner pick. But we have a couple of colors. Hi, Startup. Good morning. That's burgundy also. What do we have here? Dark gray I have here somewhere. I had some white ones somewhere. I know you guys can't see me. I'm here. I'm just digging through a big box of devices. That's not it. How do I find a white one? Is that so hard? There we go. No, that's still... Anyway, namaste to you, Startup. W. Giorgio's here. Trade Last is already gambling. I made some big bets this morning before you guys got here and won some big money. I'm up to like 34 million or 32 million. Got to put the pressure on the big boys at the top. I will find this device. Just got to dig through this box that I've been piling things on top of for too long. Still not the one I want. There we go. Okay. So many devices. W. Giorgio, that is not a solid balance. I feel like you've lost some money. You've slid a little bit. So, I also have, I guess, these. Put one of these up. I'll let the user pick. It doesn't have to be an Echo Dot if you'd like one of these instead. We can do that. They don't cost as much, but they're still cool to have. And if you have a bunch of Echo Dots, maybe you want to flex. Good morning, Corey Haynes. So, this is going to be kind of a short stream, but I wanted to tell a fun story about something that I did yesterday and only realized this morning. So, how many of you have done any of the beta testing on the Alexa skill? In fact, I want to check and see if it's working now. Alexa, open Chatcino.
There was a problem with the requested skills response.
Yeah, I know. I know there is. This is an issue that I just ran into this morning. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to diagnose it, but we can fill a little bit of time with this while we wait. So what I found. I'll see. We did the resizing thing again. I don't understand how I'm supposed to fix this. So you're going to see my stuff sliding around on the screen for a second. But it keeps resizing itself. So yesterday this was too small. And today it's too big. Corey, do you know how much you can buy with those imaginary coins? It's so great. Okay. Yeah, imaginary houses and cars and imaginary Lamborghinis. There's the limits. There aren't any limits. Okay, so what I wanted to show you guys here is that yesterday, TradeLast just sent me a DM with your email address. I don't keep track of your email addresses. I try not to have like a list of them anywhere. So if you send me a DM on Twitch, I can get you that. But it's not working right now, as it seems. If you had $6, you can get yourself a pumpkin spice latte. That's true. That is true. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see if we can get these all on screen, maybe. Kind of. Um, Krasner asks an interesting question. Why don't you get a landing page up to actually collect these emails and market all the time you've put into this? I'm trying not to be that. I'm trying to just do my thing and communicate with y'all and do all the stuff here. But I don't know. I feel like there's a line I'm trying not to cross, which is to try to be my own organization. At the end of the day, I'm here and I'm doing this because of my job at Amazon. And so if I wasn't working there, I might still be streaming on Twitch and building stuff, but it would probably be far less frequent. At least I think it would be far less frequent. I don't actually know. Let me jump over here. Let me grab that email address that just came in from Startup. Oh, I already sent it to Startup. Let me see. W. Giorgio. W. Giorgio. Oh, it's Trayless that wants to be added. Yeah, I got your feedback, so I'm going to add that to my issue list. Actually, we're also adding the issues that we find specifically to the GitHub repo. And there are issues for sure. But if you look... Oh, goodness, what is this? No, I didn't ask for any of this. If we go to the Chatsino Alexa repository and we go to issues, you can see that Mr. Smoofy and I have added some feedback here. So I do have your email, W. Giorgio, but if you want to add your issues here, that way you can see as they're worked on or whatever. But the story that I wanted to tell is that when I used... Yesterday we created a new skill. It was just to start exploring the idea of building a skill to manage your collection, whether that's baseball cards or something else. And when I published it, I used a skill. When I created it, I used a skill template that I had used many times before. Yes. I'll do it this way. Slots. How about that? I lost $1 million because of you, Trade Last. But there you go. So, so I published. Well, I didn't publish, but I started building that skill yesterday, and I pushed it up here. And I must have had something left in that template, like a skill ID or something, because what ended up happening is that the Chatsino completely got written over yesterday. And so I came in here this morning, and it wasn't even here. And I got some feedback from TeamView that there were things that weren't working, and I just tried opening it on my device, and it wasn't working. So we're going to say, what happens if I say this? Open Chatsino. That should just work, right? And it's not working. And I'm not entirely sure why, but I have severely broken the skill. Oh, now this time it worked.
Welcome to the Chatsino.
Just needed to spin up that lambda.
18,730 coins available. What
All right.
would you like to do?
So maybe it's back.
Oops. You
Okay.
already have
It's
an
working.
active
That's
gaming
good.
video profile.
So let me go look at my beta and make sure that the beta is still intact, because I pretty much blew this whole thing away. Looks like it's still here. Great. Okay, so everything should be back to normal. For those of you that haven't had a chance to play with this yet, please do. I have more messages, so let me grab these. I don't want to give people's emails away. And in 3 minutes, we'll start the survey part of our giveaway today. So I want to go into the beta that we were just looking at, and I want to add someone. I'm going to copy the link, and I'm going to send you the link back, TradeLast, to the beta, so that you can get to it directly without having to wait for that email to arrive. But if you find issues, and I'm sure you will, please, 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 let me see if I can clear this so we don't have your email address on my screen. I don't need the world to know your email address. please come to the GitHub repository and leave your issues here. I get emails and notifications about these, and it's very easy for me to purge and modify this list in public so that you guys can see what's going on, and you can see that, oh, somebody already identified that issue, so you can just leave a comment on it or whatever. But this will be the place that we kind of track this, so if you don't mind leaving them here, that would be amazing. What else is going on? I'm speaking at a big internal conference today, an all hands, and I get to do a full recap of Alexa Live for our entire organization, because obviously not everybody can attend, and they have meetings and work and whatever, and so I get to do a full recap in 5 minutes of everything that happened at Alexa Live, and I'm treating it that way because obviously we had a ton of stuff happen there, so I'm going very fast. I'm doing 23 slides in 5 minutes. Corey Haynes can appreciate that. We did it live. Here's a funny secret story that I can share with you guys. Alexa Live wasn't actually live. I mean, it was all recordings. We recorded all of our content ahead of time so that we could eliminate any kind of bandwidth or network issues, and then we were all there live to chat with you. But the presentations that you watched at Alexa Live were pre-recorded and edited and all sorts of stuff. So I think that's so funny to me that Alexa Live isn't actually live, but it is what it is. But yeah, Corey, I'm with you. I have found a good ratio for myself is about 2 slides a minute for most presentations. So where most people will say, oh my God, I have 60 slides in 60 minutes. How will I ever get through this? I say, 60? I have 120, and I'm not sure I have enough content. That's how I build a slide deck. So I really enjoy being able to hit every note of my presentation with a different image or idea. And so for 5 minutes, this is the densest I've ever done. This is almost 5 slides a minute, but I did it on purpose. I kind of call it out at the beginning. I'm the first speaker right after lunch, so I wanted to make sure that people had an opportunity. What's my U.S. time zone? Oh, it's Eastern time. Sorry. U.S. Eastern time, EST. Well, it's probably EDT for another 2 weeks, and then it's EST. Entirely live coding talks. Only talks to you are just you and Vim. Well, that's awesome. If you enjoy some Vim, Corey, have you discovered BeginBot here on Twitch? BEGINBOT. The guy's built all sorts of cool stuff, and he does his entire stream in Vim. I really enjoy watching him. He's a wizard. I can only ever hope. He inspired all the bots that I've built and whatever. That's kind of where I think that's awesome. Okay, well, it's time to send out a survey. So I'm going to do that, and we'll give ourselves 10 or so minutes to do so. So let's go to the Twitch window. Let's drop this here. If you would like to be entered to win an Echo Dot, or if you'd like an Echo Input instead, not input, Echo Flex instead, I have each of the 4 colors. You can see if I hold this whole box up. Each of the 4 colors, I have the red one, the white one, the black one, and the gray one. It'll be your pick if and when you win. I still have challenges with figuring out how to send things overseas, so we will have to make some determinations if someone that is not in the U.S. wins this, what I should do. But with that, here's the survey. If you guys can fill this out for me, that will be your entry into the drawing for a device. And then I'll try and drop it in the mail tomorrow, maybe. My day's a little crazy today, but I think I can probably get it out in the mail tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, while you guys are filling this out, I'm also speaking at the Toronto Tech Summit tomorrow, which is a technology conference that is normally based in Toronto. And in that time, I'm giving the keynote that I gave at the Voice Summit, which is the one about people. You guys have seen a very, very early draft of that, but if you'd like to check it out tomorrow morning, I will not be streaming here because I will be broadcasting there. And And then hopefully Friday we're back to normal. We can get back into some casino action. It's been a nutso week though. I can't believe it's already Wednesday. I have so much going on, and not enough time to do it. But I'm very excited for your answers in this survey. I think that this is one of the things that I'm working on, and I have the way Amazon works is in order to for things that you really need permission for, you generally write a doc of some kind. So some kind of written document that spells out exactly what you're thinking, why you're thinking it, and why it's important. And you present that to your leadership as your idea. At Amazon, we don't do presentations, we don't do PowerPoints, because it really gives people an opportunity to enhance their presentation as they gauge the opinions of the audience. By committing all of your ideas and thoughts to paper, or at least to bits in a Word doc or whatever, it gives you the opportunity, one, more to spell out your idea in more detail, but also it commits you to those ideas. So you are fully committed when you walk into a meeting. And then most meetings at Amazon, let's say most meetings are an hour if you're going through a doc review, and the first 20 minutes are everybody reading it. So the additional benefit to this is that you don't have to send a document out and hope people have read it, because you know they're not going to. It's built into the meeting. And so when you come to the meeting, you're handed a piece of paper at a table. This is when we all work in person. And you read the entire document, you make notes and ask questions on paper during those 20 minutes. And then the remainder of the meeting, those 40 minutes, are overall questions. And then we go page by page, line by line sometimes, and say, tell me more about this, or help me figure out this, or let me understand this. And you leave the meeting either with approval or notes on things you need to think about or consider before you go any further. I really like the process because it really gives you a good feel for what that person is thinking when they're the ones writing the document. And if you're the one writing the document, man, it's nerve-wracking. But it is an opportunity to get direct feedback from the people that can fund it or do whatever it is to make it happen, right? To get permission to go do that thing. Now, there's a lot of things, especially in my job, where I don't really need permission, like starting to stream on Twitch. Don't need permission for that. That's just something I've started doing. But for something bigger, like what this survey is about, I do need permission because it touches a lot of things, and there's a lot of considerations that need to go into something like this. So let's go look at analyze results and see how many results we have so far. We have 4. Only 4. We got 11 people on. If you would like to win an Echo Dot, there is a link in the chat, and we have 9 minutes for you to fill it out. It doesn't take very long. It's just a couple of questions. If you would like to win a device, all you need, thank you. All you need to do, LJ, thank you. All you need to do is fill out that survey. In fact, I'll post it in the chat again in case you missed the first opportunity. There you go. That's for sure. The odds definitely look better than the Chatsino. I did see LJ's snarky comment about the Browns. I don't know why you'd be talking about the Browns. I don't believe they even played this past weekend. I didn't see them play football. So, not sure exactly what you're talking about. Let's see if I can win some more money. Come on, million. Nice. Wish I'd bet it all. Slots. Let's do 3 million. 300,000. Oh, I just lost 3 million. Slots. Oof. I need something big now, like 3 oranges. Ouch. I'm getting killed here. this is a losing streak. There it is. There it is, and I'm back. 3 cherries. $33 million. 33 million coins we won on one spin. I'll take it. That's probably enough for now. What's going on the Twitter? Having a team do Twitch streams has been a great effort by Evangelist during the pandemic. It's kept the developer community together this year. Thanks to all. Thank you, TradeLast. I really, really enjoy being on here and working on cool skills and doing all this kind of stuff. And I'm hoping, based on the questions that I'm asking in Twitch or in the survey, I'm hoping you guys can help steer me in a direction that makes this even more immersive and engaging. So that's the point of the survey today, is to understand what's going on. We got 6 responses so far, and it's tied. Wow. That does not help me. I'm going to need a 7th tiebreaker. I need a 7th tiebreaker. Like, really. I already have the direction I want to go, but I was really hoping you guys would steer me very clearly to one or the other. Oh, awesome, TradeLast. I'm glad that you are getting that kind of engagement without going to the loft. I've been to the New York loft a couple times. I haven't been to the San Francisco one, but I've been to San Francisco plenty. Yeah, so Corey could fill it out a second time. I don't think that's a good idea. I will check to make sure that we don't have duplicate entries. But I really need one more vote. We still have 5 minutes. I said I was going to do this at 9:30, so we still only have 6 though. That's amazing that it's an even split though. There are things called an AWS loft, and they're basically just like open plan office spaces that are meant for the public to come engage with AWS employees. So you can come there. There's presentations going on all the time, but it's basically like a shared workspace that you can come hang out in and work in, whatever. So that is what a loft is, and there's a few of them around. TradeLast just shared a link to the San Francisco one, but there's also, if we back that up, there's some of the bigger cities have them. New York, San Francisco, Tokyo, Tel Aviv, Paris. Is that it? That might be it. It must be present to win. Is Gold Zulu unavailable to be here today? You gotta be here. There he is. All right. So let me grab the link. Sure, startup. We'll just we'll get the Bangalore set up right away. Gold Zulu is all places at all times. That's what I've heard. Yeah, so anyone that has an AWS account is supposed to be able to go there. That's a good point, TradeLast. But they are cool. It's for the public, so anybody can come in there. You don't have to be part of like public employees or public AWS or anything like that. It's just an open workspace, and I think they have registrations. You have to reserve your spot because especially in a place like San Francisco, there's lots of people that would like a free place to work. But it's cool, and there's constantly presentations going on there. Yeah, sometimes all week. TradeLast. That's exactly what I was saying. Now we have 8 responses. Is this still going to be tied? No. Okay. The tie has been broken, and that's at least good. There's not a Chicago one. It looks like just New York and San Francisco. But this was something they were trying. They also have pop-up lofts, which they've had in other cities, but they're just temporary. So they'll have them for a specific time or purpose. but none of them have been open since COVID hit, really. All right, it's 10:28. Last chance to get your survey in. I'm going to get random.org all warmed up. And our survey results are currently at 8. We have 14 viewers. There's 14 people here. How have 6 people not filled out the survey? It's like they hate free stuff. All right, when my clock says 10:30, no more entries will be available. You want to be able to just interact with all the AWS engineers directly? That sounds perfect. I'm sure they are plenty open and busy, and not busy enough to do that. I think that's something that we try really hard to do, is to protect the engineering teams so that they can get their jobs done. We want them to do more engineering. In some ways, that's partially my job, is to get in the way of that and have you guys come to me, and then I summarize all your feedback and questions and present those to them on a regular basis. So that they can focus on doing what they do best, which is engineering. But what I'm trying to do is build a community that Amazon runs. We can run it the way we want, include the people we want, and do it in a way that makes it accessible for everybody, so that you can come and you can communicate with each other and with the product teams. But I don't want it to be a situation where people are going directly to people. Instead, what I want is really for it to be, you ask your questions, you engage, you talk, you discuss things with people, and the product team can come in and answer you directly. Yes, a rotatable AMA in Discord with different engineers coming in on a schedule based on expertise. Yes, I want to do all of those things. That is all part of what I'm thinking, is that we will not only feature people and have scheduled times where people should show up, and this is the place you should be. You know, we have a voice channel for that we'll set up for those specific kinds of purposes, so people can come and just listen to them talk about things. When we're doing something bigger that requires demos or visuals, we'll do that stuff on Twitch. But it will also, I'm thinking it'll have notifications for when there's new interesting tweets from our official Twitter handles, from when there's new videos posted on YouTube, when any of us go live on Twitch, you'll get notifications there. So I want it to be a place where you're not just able to get support and ask questions, but I also want it to be a place where you can know what's going on. Okay, it is officially time. We have 8 entries. Make sure there's no duplicates in here. There's not. Okay. Let's do this. We're going to go over to random.org. We're going to say 1 through 8. This is really good odds for you guys. I may have to promote this more broadly. And we're going to generate a result. And the result is number 8. The last person in today got the thing. And that is, if we go to the responses, individual responses, I want to make sure that I get the person that is actually number 8. Respondent number 8 was Oxygen Box. So, Oxygen Box, I need a mailing address, and we can get this handled. Oxygen Box, you're based in the U.S., right? Is that accurate? Super cool. Congratulations to Oxygen Box. You're based in Chicago. Excellent, excellent. All right. Well, I will once I get your mailing address, I'll drop something in the mail for you tomorrow. Do you have a preference? I could drive it to you. I won't drive it to you, but maybe you and Corey Haynes should connect since you're both in Chicago. Which color would you like? Oxygen Box, what is your preference? I think this is the rarest one. The red. It's got like a maroon edging to it. It's a white top, but it's a red edging. So I have red, I have black, I have gray, and I have white. You can drop that in the comments too if you'd like. All right. I have 100 meetings today. I've got to present at this team all hands thing, my 23 slides in 5 minutes. So I'm going to wrap it up for today. I just wanted to get on here and say hey to everybody and do all the stuff. And then we'll be off tomorrow because I have to speak at another conference. But I'll be back on Friday morning and we'll get back into the casino. Hopefully we can address a bunch of the issues that a number of you have submitted on GitHub. So give some beta testing to the skill, leave me your issues, and we'll work on them on Friday morning. So thank you guys so much. I wish I could be on here longer, but it's just one of those days. Take care, everybody.